A spring and summer filled with bad storms has caused Urbana to lose many trees, and it's pushed back their work. WCIA3's Miranda Meister is live in Urbana now. Miranda, how many trees have they lost?
Christy, during the tornadoes that happened earlier this spring, Urbana lost just about 60 trees. Now, this comes after a fight that they've been having for a decade with the emerald ash borer beetle, an insect that over the years has killed many ash trees here in Urbana. And with more than 70 trees that still need repaired from the damage, it's pushed the city arborist and his team behind on their seasonal pruning and made their timeline for planting for this fall even more difficult. During a storm, they try to do their best to get out in front of a storm and clean up any limbs and fallen trees. Then when the storm has passed and it comes time for them to come out, they do their best to clean up anything that's left over, any trees that may need a little extra care. Reporting live in Urbana, Miranda Meister, WCIA3, your local news leader.
This morning, a lot of us will start off in the 60s. We're going to see a lot of sunshine this morning. I expect to see a good amount of sunshine, too, here throughout the afternoon. And temperatures to warm up just a little more as more of the heat will arrive. Humidity will be a little higher, too, but more so we're going to expect that heading on to the day tomorrow. Current temperatures, 60s farther north and to the east, 63 in Bloomington, 67 in Indianapolis, 70s farther to the west and to the south, 70 in Springfield. Looks like St. Louis right now at 77 already at this hour, 72 in Effingham and at 71 in Carbondale. Well, no rain really showing up, or not a lot of it. Closer to St. Louis, yeah, you do have some of those showers that are closer to that area, but I think we're going to miss out on pretty much everything here for today. Now, there could be a few spotty or stray chances that try to develop, and probably along or east or west, of I-55. That's where you'll have the chance, but you can see a lot of those chances will begin to diminish and break down as they head eastward into central Illinois. So highest chances are still going to be heading into the day on Wednesday, and that's when we could possibly see maybe a few stronger storms. And Wednesday is going to be a hot and a humid day. Not the case, though, to end off the work week, but also some changes on the way for the weekend, too. The back and forth of the weather world does continue. We'll show you how that 7-day forecast is looking coming up in 5 minutes. Christy?
Thanks, Adam. A cross-county chase ended with the arrest of a man wanted for murder that started in Effingham, near I-57 and South Rainey Streets, and ended in Christian County. Police identified the suspect as 24-year-old Devin Barger. This picture of Barger was taken by the Department of Corrections in 2017 when he was convicted of several other crimes, including running from police. The Effingham police chief says they were told a person of interest in the murder of 22-year-old Samantha Cushing might be in the area. Officers pulled over a car that matched the description of the suspect's car. Barger was inside and got away. He was later arrested in Taylorville. There was a child in the car as well during the chase. We spoke with a neighbor who had talked with the family previously.
I have 3 grandchildren, and, you know, they're over here sometimes and playing, and she has come out in the yard a couple of times and interacted with my grandchildren and played with them and seemed to be a real sweet little girl.
Police say Barger and the child were not hurt during the chase. The Effingham police chief believes the child is likely now in protective custody. We have an update in the trial of Brent Christensen. The sentencing phase continues today for the man who kidnapped and killed U of I scholar Yingying Zhang. Prosecutors are arguing for the death penalty. In opening statements yesterday, they talked about Zhang's accomplishments and the impact her death has had on her family. They say new evidence will show Christensen is still a risk to others and lacks remorse. Defense lawyers want jurors to sentence Christensen to life in prison. They zeroed in on his struggles with mental health and his attempts to get help from counselors 2 months before Zhang's murder. We have more on what happened during the first day of sentencing on our website, WCIA.com. Paris police arrested a man for hurting someone during a home invasion. Police were dispatched to a home near Jasper Street and Central Avenue for a fight. Police say Chad LeBaum broke into the home and started fighting the man who lived there. LeBaum was arrested for home invasion with bodily injury. New this morning, Charleston police are investigating after white supremacist messages were found in several neighborhoods. Our partners at the Journal-Gazette report over the weekend, a woman collected notes from yards around her house. She says the notes had the Nazi symbol and white power messages written on it. Police say they had similar reports last week around the city. They do not believe anyone was specifically targeted or threatened. Police are looking into what legal actions could be taken if the people behind the notes are located. Champaign County is running behind on processing tax payments, but officials say there is a reason why. Bills were sent a month later than usual. That's caused more delays at the treasurer's office. They tell us there's a glitch in the electronic system, and since last fall, they've been switching to a new system. Technical issues have caused bills to be sent to the wrong address, and that has stalled their ability to process payments.
Whenever you go from one system to another, you're going to run into problems that nobody seems to have anticipated, but you got to figure out what the solution is. So that's what we've been spending a lot of time doing.
The county treasurer says most people have received bills and already paid their taxes, but as a reminder, the last payment deadline for 2018 taxes is September 3rd. The Champaign School Board has approved 5 new administrators. Andy O'Neill will be Director of Special Education. Janelle Baskett was picked as Director of K-8 Teaching and Learning, and Jason Pope will be Buttonfield Elementary's principal. And 2 assistant principal positions have also been filled. Christina Ray will be at Westview Elementary School, and Jacqueline Tague is at Booker T. Washington's STEM Academy. Well, that will wrap up the morning show on WCIA 3, but coming up when we make the switch to WCIX for the 7 and 8 o'clock hours of the morning show, Dr. Daniel Deem is making the rounds this morning. We'll be talking about thyroid disease and some of the warning signs. Also, Larry Williams is stopping by for food facts. You can check out his strawberry rhubarb crisp later on in the 7 o'clock hour. But before we get to all that on WCIX, let's get a check of our 7-day forecast with Adam.
Well, it looks like we are going to notice some of those showers and storms across the area, just off to our north and west as we head on into the night. Looking at your forecast here as we go throughout the next 7 days, I think we're going to be only watching for that one chance here heading into Wednesday. Once we see that chance leave on out of here, well, things should be dry yet again. Pretty comfortable at first, Thursday and Friday, 82, 85. Then pretty hot Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, all in the 90s. Low starting to creep back up into the 70s. So that's the thing, too. The humidity coming up overnight hours, not able to cool off a whole lot. ACs are going to be working overtime.
Working hard.
Yep.
All right, Adam. Thanks.